Welcome back to the Packaging School Show. I'm your host, Kevin Kegley, Creative Director at the Packaging School, and this is the first and only show about packaging, shot on a driveway in South Carolina. Speaking of firsts, Gerber, the world's oldest and largest baby food company, is about to introduce the first single material baby pouch. That's great news. Made out of polypropylene, it's recyclable, and it meets the rigid safety and freshness requirements for kids. But let's not forget the actual first single material baby food pouch. It just comes in the one flavor though. Goodness and innovative humans are at it again in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic. Seeing the need for protective face shields in the medical industry, packaging companies and supply chain partners from 20 countries formed FiberShield.org. It's a pooling of their collective resources to make single-use, disposable face shields. Calling on other packaging companies, Ed Zumbiel said, "If you can make a donut box, you can make face shields to protect medical professionals on the front lines. You can even go to FiberShield.org to download spec sheets and layouts to create this PPE. And in the meantime, in a pinch, I guess you can use a donut box. Don't use a donut box for PPE." These days, with such a strain on the packaging industry and supply chains, people are glad to get what they need, no matter what it takes, no matter how it shows up. And to talk about that, I interviewed someone on the front lines of this very thing, Claire Krause, packaging consultant with TricoBraun. Claire, thank you for taking time to talk with us today here at the Packaging School Show. I guess you're not too far away from us. Where are you in the world?
I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, so definitely not far away, only a couple hours.
What is a packaging consultant? That sounds like a really broad term that probably does a lot of things.
Correct. So I wear many hats, me and all my packaging consultant colleagues. So basically, it's a fancy word for I am a technical salesperson. I am also a consultant. I mean, I truly am a consultant in the truest form of the word. I help customers solve their problems.
How important is it to know packaging to be a packaging consultant?
Essential. So we have several packaging consultants, obviously, over the years that have transitioned into this business that did not come from the packaging industry. And I think that they definitely, it's not to say it's impossible, but they definitely experience a bigger learning curve than some of the folks that maybe came out of a packaging science program or have taken courses with the packaging school or something of the like, or even sold packaging in their past just at a different company. It's just because TricoBraun is able to sell literally any type of rigid or flexible packaging, we have to know a ton of information to be able to hold that trust with our customers so that they actually want to take our advice on these types of things. So that's a little harder to do when you don't have a packaging background, but not to say it's impossible.
Right. Obviously, there's something going on in the world that is affecting everyone. We've got COVID-19, this pandemic, and there's such a strain right now, I'm sure, on people needing cleaning supplies, sanitizing products. What is that doing in the packaging industry? I'm sure there are like lead times and all kinds of crazy stuff. Can you shed a little light on that?
So I think as a whole, the packaging industry is reacting quickly and adapting to this change because, quite frankly, that's what we have to do to be able to all keep our customers, especially these essential businesses. We need to make sure that their supply chain isn't interrupted so that consumers can get these essential packages like sanitizing products, household chemicals that might be cleaning counters and things like that. But basically, TricoBraun is able to source both domestically and internationally. So that depth and breadth of supply that we have access to has helped us immensely to keep our customers supplied during this time because, like you said, lead times are getting out there. No doubt that's happening because every type of dispensing cap, trigger, pump that you can think of is needed to get these sanitizing products out to customers. So we're really doing what we can to get creative and think outside of the box to provide any different kind of stock packaging we can to our customers during this time, because it might not be a traditional package that you expect, but basically at this point, consumers are accepting anything that works as long as they can get the product itself.
How are you guys how's the packaging industry able to get an accurate read on the needs of consumers so that, our cupboards aren't empty with the things that we need, yet warehouses aren't overflowing with product?
I mean, it's 100% a balancing act. There's really no way around that. So basically, we have to do a little guesswork because we don't have a crystal ball. Our customers don't have a crystal ball. We don't necessarily know what's going to happen tomorrow. So what we're seeing right now, obviously everyone's seeing it, is this massive spike in hand sanitizer packaging. And we're obviously doing everything we can to keep customers in packaging, keep them supplied. And we can kind of predict that probably is going to stay at a high demand for months and maybe years to come, because we're also seeing this drastic shift in consumer behavior at the same time. So people now have this different view, and maybe a more important view, of keeping clean, keeping their hand sanitized, keeping their surfaces clean in their houses. So I think it's pretty safe to say that, like, sanitizer, household cleaners, and nutritional products, things that are going to keep us healthy and clean, those are probably going to stay at a pretty high demand for a while, for the foreseeable future, honestly. But with other types of things, I mean, we're really just banking on that communication with our customers and using that to basically prevent us, like you said. I mean, we don't want to get in a situation where we have excess inventory, but we also, of course, don't ever want to run our customers out of the product they're going to need.
I think communication is the key to any successful relationship. But it's hard to communicate when you don't know what to say. Like, you don't know what the next thing is that's going to be in demand. But it would seem like communication might be key with packaging industry leaders to help you guys do your jobs effectively. Is that something that leaders can do to help you guys, like, kind of build a crystal ball, if you will?
Absolutely. I would say our supply chain team specifically is doing a tremendous job at that at TricoBraun. Like, they are staying in contact with every single one of our manufacturing partners to make sure that we have an up-to-date list. They're sending us a list daily with inventory available, current lead times, and all of that kind of information, so that we can save a tremendous amount of time when we're getting back to our customers, us packaging consultants, I should say. So basically, we're just having to check this list to see, okay, what was it as of 9 a.m. this morning? What was the inventory level on all of these types of products that may be used for these items we're seeing surges in right now? And then also, TricoBraun has a support desk that we're able to call for hourly updates as well. So things are literally changing as fast as minutes and hours. Inventory that was there at 3 p.m. might be gone at 4 p.m. So
that's kind of like the toilet. That's kind of like the local toilet paper supplies. You know, somebody posts something on
first
Instagram.
Come, first
There's
serve.
toilet paper at Publix, and everybody goes, and it's gone.
And it's gone in minutes. It's exactly like that. And so just having that readily available, quick, fast cheat sheet, if you will, is helping us to keep our customers supplied a lot faster than what a traditional method would be in a normal environment, where we would do the sourcing in a much slower, much more methodical process.
Right now, obviously, the packaging school show is geared towards packaging. I mean, anybody can watch it. I'm not going to turn you away. You know, if whatever you do,
Welcome.
You can watch the show. But obviously, we have a packaging industry in mind. With the packaging industry listening, what might be some words of advice or caution, or maybe even what you would ask of industry leaders right now to help this industry keep moving forward and keeping people supplied and not blowing up warehouses with product?
I think it goes back to exactly what we just talked about. Communication is essential. If you were not doing it before, you need to be doing it now, because it is absolutely critical to keep our customers stocked with the inventory they need, to keep consumers stocked with the products we all need to stay clean and to stay healthy. So, I mean, I think for two main reasons, it's really critical. Number one, we obviously want to keep our existing customers, anybody wants to keep their existing customers in stock, especially those essential ones, so that they can provide that inventory as quickly as they can. It's turning so fast, so they can get it to the grocery stores, they can get it to the hospitals. But then also we're getting requests like literally daily still at this point, a month in, from potential new customers as well. So hearing from them and having that communication from our supply chain team where we know what's available and we might be able to help a random request that we didn't even see coming for these potential new customers. Because the reality is a lot of current supply chains just aren't being able to support products and customers that they've had for years, because it's just, everything's topsy-turvy right now.
Right.
And then the other main thing is, if we communicate on the front end, we might be able to know if your forecast is going to go way up or way down from a consumer standpoint, then we can definitely have time to potentially prevent an overstocking or an understocking situation.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like
those to me are the main things? As long as these plants and these customers are communicating with their packaging suppliers, you should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that communication it's the most important, but it's also the trickiest thing right now because it's changing so rapidly.
Well, Claire, thank you so much for your time and sharing with us here. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Good luck to everyone out there, and if you need anything, give us a call, and if I can help, I'll let you know, and if I can't, then I'll let you know that also, so you can move on.
All right.
But thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks for taking the time. You take care.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Claire, and thank all of you for watching. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with all that we're doing here at the Packaging School. And as always, keep calm, carry on, and wash your hands.